Our universe in PelestanK is all about learning. So let's explore
the first episode of our brand new show for PelestanK TV.
Good morning, and we want them to learn how to say good morning.
Yay! Music, movies, anime.
Motivation, especially from the teachers.
Our skills will grow each day and we will leave our fears.
Hello. Hi. What's your name?
Introduce me saying this.
We can do every smile on our face. Your journey here starts with PelestanK. Yay! From beginning to advanced, we'll grow and learn each day. PEC will take us there with care and show us the way. Learn with PEC and let the knowledge flow through. Pectoral, your brain muscles. It's simple and it's true. Your journey here starts with PelestanK.
Hello boys and girls, and welcome back to PelestanK English course, the show where English becomes fun. On today's episode, I'm going to need you all to use something very, very special. And we're going to use our eyes. Because today we're going to be going around and we're going to be looking around our classrooms and we're going to see what different kind of objects we can find. So let's all take a look and see what we're going to find and what they're called and what they're used for. Let's go. So boys and girls, let's all imagine that we're sitting in the classroom. You walk into the classroom, what's the first thing that you'd see? The first thing that I'd see, it's high up on the wall. It's round. Does anybody know what it is? It's a clock. Good. So, here we have our clock. What is the clock used for? Does anybody know? Where do you look at a clock? When you need to know what time it is. That's why a clock has numbers on it. Very good. Now, the second thing that you would see when you walk into a classroom could be tables and chairs. Tables and chairs are one of the most important things in the classroom because that's what you sit on. And if you don't have the table, where are you supposed to put your books and pens? Speaking of books and pens, that reminded me. Another thing you find in the classroom are books and pens. So when you go and you sit down at your desk, the first thing you might see on your table is a notebook ready for you to write in. But what if you wanted to ask your friend where your notebook went? How would you describe it? Or if you wanted to show your friend your brand new notebook, how would you describe that? You would hold your notebook up and you would say, "This is a red notebook." You would say the color or you would say the shape. For example, you can say, "This is a square notebook." If your notebook is small and square, you describe it to the person so that they know what you're talking about. Or let's say you're showing your friend the pen. You would say, "This is a blue pen." And they would understand that your pen is blue and they would know what it's used for. Great. Now, I would like to show you around my room. And let's see what we have here. So, if I was showing somebody around my room, instead of a classroom, I would show them and I would say, "This is a pink scooter." Now, they see that the scooter is pink, so I've described it to them. Or I would tell them, "This is a multicolored window." It is a window and we have several different colors and I'm describing it to them. You see, boys and girls, that's how you would describe in your classroom when you're speaking about your books and your pens. Now, I don't want to keep my very special guest waiting any longer and I don't want you to wait any longer. Let's go and let's speak to him and let's see what he has to tell us, and he's going to answer all of our questions for you. Now everybody, my very special guest is here and I'd like you all to meet him. Welcome to the show, Mr. Hassan.
Thank you so much, Miss Sarah.
Can you please introduce yourself to everybody and tell us what your connection to teaching English to children is?
Yes, of course. This is Hassan Rafiq. I've been teaching English for the past 9 years. And recently, I'm a vice principal and English course or English language coordinator at Shahana Schools in Erbil. And my experience with teaching English to the children goes back to 2014. Once I was a fresh graduate and I've started teaching primary students. Teaching specifically, I was teaching English at that time. Yeah.
That sounds amazing. So you're very well experienced.
Yes, we can say that.
Okay, so in today's episode, we explored about classroom objects and we learned about the various objects. Can you share your thoughts on why you think it's important for children to learn about their surroundings?
Well, as an educator, through my experience, those children that they are learning English in a primary stage, they really need to know about their surroundings. But what's their surroundings called? The objects that they're interacting with every day, and every day teachers might aid or help with that also. The students might have a pencil case or might have books and textbooks and pencils in their bag that they need to know their names and what they're called. And different teachers can assist the students with those, with knowing those, we can say, objects. For example, a math teacher can help the English teacher with that, a science teacher, ICT teacher, or even P and R teachers. So as a group, working as a team, these teachers can all assist with the language learning within the student. For example, a student is going to the ICT lab and there are too many objects that he or she can see. For example, a computer, what is a mouse called? When the teacher describes or explains about the keyboard, so the students might know and have to know what is the keyboard and the monitor. And the same thing with the art, like they need to know what's a brush, what's the crayons, the pencils, color pencils, and different tools that they use. So through these, knowing the names of these objects from the different lessons, we can say, students are going to have a very wide range of vocabulary in their mind. So within a few months, they can absorb all these the names of the objects.
Definitely. And do you think that with these children learning about their environment and their surroundings, it increases their attention span in the classroom?
Yes, of course. In learning language, there is a period, it's called a silent period. It's a half period for the students, we can say. We were, as non-native speakers, we all been through a day that we would understand something, but we would not just talk about it. So it was a silent period for all of us, and every child goes through this. Every non-native speaker goes through this stage. In that stage, in a silent period stage, students are just quiet. They're just a good listener. They're just listening to their teachers or their people surrounding them, see and to hear what they're saying. And after a few months, or after the next stage will be once they start to share a bit of their thoughts within a few words or very short sentences. That comes with a lot of motivation, especially from the teachers. Teachers need to motivate them. And of course, knowing the names of the objects that we talked about recently, it may help them how to express things and how to explain their thoughts and how to express their feelings. If you don't know a name of something, it's going to be very hard for the child to express their feelings about something. For example, during the lessons, if a student is in a science lesson, and particularly chemistry in the science or general sciences, if the student doesn't know the material, the properties of the material, she or he cannot express their feelings towards those particular material, and that's going to be very hard for them to express themselves. But with knowing the names of the basic objects around them, it's going to be way easier for them.
And it would make them feel more comfortable.
Of course.
Definitely. Yeah. So during the episode, we emphasized on objects such as clocks, tables, chairs. Are there any other classroom objects that a child would see regularly that you can talk about?
Yes, of course, we can say there are, if not hundreds, there are tens of other objects inside the classroom, mainstream classroom that students might learn with. Could be a whiteboard, could be a smart with pen. This is in a mainstream classroom. And as we said, that they might go to the PE hall, and there are different balls, basketball, football, the goal poles, and they could be, the PE kit or the PE uniform, the teacher's whistle, and different lessons have different objects, and different objects have names. And within knowing these all, objects, students might learn better. And as we said recently, a teacher, English teacher, for example, comes to the classroom. They're, for example, teaching about a basic conversation about a bit among 2 or 3 students. So the conversation might be happening in a bus or in a playground. So teachers can bring some tools to show to students, or can display some tools on the let's say smartboard or the computer, so the students can see it through that screen. So some students are visual, so with seeing those objects they can grasp the information and the names better. So there are hundreds of things that surrounded the students. These objects might help the students within the language learning process.
And we also encourage children to describe their books and pens. How do you think that these types of exercises can help children express speaking about things in a descriptive way?
Yeah. Those teachers that are believing in motivating the students through such an exercise, or I can call them, they're really good experienced teachers. Some teachers might not do that, but the colleagues that I had, and including me, we were letting the students express themselves, even within a word, express their feelings, express, okay, this is a notebook that you have, this is called notebook, a textbook, this is a pencil, can you tell me how is it? Touch it. So the students would touch it and say, oh, it's hard, oh, it's flexible, oh, it's soft, let's say, by touching their, for example, the pencil case that they had, or their jackets or something. So such basic exercises that teachers can do it can really make a big change in the students' language learning process through the life. And if a student could utter a word, then this word will change to a phrase, and then to a short sentence, and then basically to a paragraph, and then they can express about their feelings about anything that they would like to.
And what kind of exercises do you think could help teachers and parents to encourage children to reinforce all of the skills that they would learn in this episode?
Yeah. Teaching and learning process nowadays is way different than the teaching and process in 1980s or 1990s. It's 2023 now.
Yeah.
We can say technology can make a big change in English learning process further than the classic way of learning, teaching and learning. Nowadays, there are too many apps on the mobile phones, or on the laptops, or on the iPads that the students might use to self-develop and self-learn. For the self-learning, there are other things that the teachers or the parents can do at home by just writing the names of the vocabularies and showing the picture, and the students might match the vocabularies to the specific picture. That's a very fun activity they might do. There are too many online games, for English games, that teachers can use, as well as we can see a range of other activities.
Definitely. Now, in our episodes, our animated friends are also featured. How do you think animation aids children when they're learning new languages or new skills?
Yeah. Well, animation may make a miracle in the learning English journey. It's not only for the children, even for the adults. I remember back in 2007 and 8, while I was learning English, I was in high school. I was watching the animation.
Yeah.
Animations are a good way for the students and children to learn English, because that the way the animation has been created or put together, it's very simple. The words that the characters and the cast are saying are very simple and very organized, and at the same time, it's a cartoon, and I think nobody dislike cartoons in the world. So I think it's fun to learn the English through such a thing. It's not going to be a very boring material for the children.
And what do you think are some challenges that children might face when starting to learn to describe objects?
There might be a few challenges that they might face. The challenge could be the personality factor that the students have. They might not personally not be ready for learning a new language. It could be through a culture factor. A culture factor could deal with the social mixability for the student. A child might not mix a lot with the people surrounded, so that might affect their learning language or new language learning. Any language could be. And the other factors could be the environment that they are in. Maybe the environment is not helpful. The parents do not know the language that this child is eager to learn. So once, for example, my parents don't know English, so it was hard for me to learn English. But nowadays, the majority of the parents know English, and they can assist the children, with the learning English or learning any other language they want. The other thing could be about cognitive factor. Cognitive factor deals with the mind and the way of thinking and their thoughts, and also the intelligence within this student. Some students are just God gifted. They can learn a language very easily, but some might need a lot of work to grasp new words and new vocabularies and then go on to the next stage.
So for the children who don't have anybody at home or outside of school to speak in the new language with, how would you suggest they practice the new sentences they've learned at school when it comes to describing, for example, this is a red pen? How would they practice that in outside environment?
Well, you mentioned, you asked very good questions. One of the simplest ways is the student can record themselves. They can they have phones or their parents' phones. They can record themselves and talk to themselves, talk to the camera, and then they can watch the video, or they can show the video that they have captured to an adult, to their English teachers, or to anyone that knows English, so they can rate the students' English speaking skill. This is one of the easiest way to do that, and or they can find a partner. They can find someone in the school. I think nowadays private schools they're at school for 7-8 hours.
Yeah,
I think that's enough hours for students to communicate and engage with each other and speak English.
Yeah. And what about for the parents and the teachers? Do you have any tips for them to ensure that the child is engaged in the learning and make it more interesting for them?
Yes, of course. Especially for the teachers, we should never stop learning, because life never stops teaching us. So teachers need to upgrade and develop themselves every year through different courses, online courses or face-to-face courses, and learn about new ways of teaching and learning in order to do the best and in the interest of the kids. So one of the ways that the teachers might engage the students with is through effective teaching and learning, and through activities. Nowadays students more into activities rather than writing or reading from a piece of a work that they have. They might do 2 hours of activity in continuously. Once they're engaged with it, they will be engaging more. But nowadays students might not like it to sit and to listen to the teachers, and the study shows the attention will just move away within the first 15 minutes.
Definitely.
So it should be lesson should be very effective and full of activities, and teachers need to go beyond their call of duty, make sure the lesson is fun, and it's full of teaching and learning and activities and different activities, so the students will not feel bored and they will be paying attention fully.
Well, boys and girls, now we've come to the end of our interview with our very special guest. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me here. Thank you for your
It was a
warm
pleasure
welcome.
meeting you. So now that we talked about how to describe things in the classroom, and I showed you a little bit around my room, let's go and see what our two friends, Karo and Shine, what they're going to do and where they're going to go.
Oh, hi, Waju. How are you?
I'm good, Rosa. How are you?
I'm good too.
What are you doing here?
I'm just looking for a book that I can take home.
Which book?
I'm trying to learn more about plants.
Plants? That's strange.
Yes, I'm growing my own flowers and I also have my own plant at school.
You have one plant in your school?
Yes, I do.
Well, what else do you have?
We have tables and chairs, of course.
Well, we have that in our school too.
I think everybody has tables and chairs in their school.
You're right. What else do you have?
We also have paintings and drawings on the wall.
Who drew them?
Students, and I also drew one.
We have pictures in our art room too.
They must be so nice.
Yeah, they're so nice.
I think I'm going to look to see if they have a book I like.
Okay.
Does your school have lots of books?
Not really, no.
So that's why you come to the library, right?
Yeah, I came here to read this book. It's about animal, this one.
Oh my god, I wanted to read a book just like that.
Well, we can go read it together if you want to.
Really?
Yeah, let's go and read it.
Okay, let's go.
So, boys and girls, I want you all to get ready because we're going to go on a trip. Where are we going to go? We're going to leave the studio and we're going to join our friends who came to see all of you outside in the school, in the playground. They came and they asked you very special questions, and let's see how you all answered and let's see how much fun you had.
Hi, my name is Dalia. Today we'll be going with some friends. I'll be asking them questions. Let's go. Hi, how are you? Hi, I'm good. What's your name?
My name is Lamar.
Okay, Lamar. Today I have some questions for you.
Sure, start.
Okay. Can you name 3 things in your classroom?
Sure, lockers and chairs and tables.
What color is your pen?
My pen is orange.
What is your favorite thing in your classroom?
My locker.
How many books do you have? What color are they?
We have too much books. I cannot count them, but we have orange, green, these colors.
Thank you very much. Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. What about you?
I'm good, thank you. What's your name?
My name is Rose.
Okay, today I'll be asking you some questions and let's see if we can answer.
Okay.
Can you name 3 things in your classroom?
Yes. Chair, table, whiteboard.
What color is your pen?
Gray.
What is your favorite thing in your classroom?
My chair.
How many books do you have and what color are they?
I have 13 books and they are blue, red, purple and white.
Okay, thank you very much. Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
What's your name?
My name is Sally.
Okay, today I'll be asking you some questions. Let's see if you can answer.
Okay.
Can you name 3 things in your classroom?
Sure. Board, shelves and chairs.
What color is your pen?
White.
What is your favorite thing in your classroom?
Probably the shelves.
How many books do you have and what color are they?
We have like English, science, Kurdish. We have like about 14 or 12 books. And their color is like kind of gray or blue.
Thank you very much, Sally.
You're welcome.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
What's your name?
My name is Yara.
Today I'll be asking you some questions. Let's see if you can.
Okay.
Can you name 3 things in your classroom?
Table, window, board.
What is your favorite thing in your classroom?
Chair.
What color is your pen?
Black.
How many books do you have and what color are they?
Science, math, English, and purple, white.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. What's your name?
My name is Hamza. What about you?
My name is Dahlia. Today I'll be answering some questions.
Okay.
Can you name 3 things in your classroom?
Students, the whiteboard, and tables.
What is the color of your pen?
The color of my pen is black.
What is your favorite thing in your classroom?
My favorite thing in my class is my best friend.
How many books do you have and what color are they?
I have about 12, 17 books, and some of them, there's a lot of colors.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hi, how are you?
Thank you, fine, and you?
I'm good. What's your name?
My name is Juan. What about you?
My name is Dahlia. Today I'll be asking you some questions.
Okay.
Can you name 3 things in your classroom?
Teacher, whiteboard, students.
What color is your pen?
Yellow.
What is your favorite thing in your classroom?
Whiteboard.
How many books do you have and what color are they?
We have math, it's purple. We have science, it's color. We have caramel and these things, sinus.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Hi, how are you?
Thank you, I'm so good.
And what's your name?
My name is Olive.
Okay, today I'll be asking you some questions.
Sure, you could ask me.
Can you name 3 things in your classroom?
A table, a chair, and a whiteboard.
What color is your pen?
My pen is yellow.
What is your favorite thing in your classroom?
The tables.
How many books do you have?
I have English, science, maths, Kurdish, and Arabic. They're all yellow.
Okay, thank you very much.
No problem.
Well, boys and girls, I'm so glad I got to see you all outside answering all the questions. You all did a very good job. Now, it's my very favorite part of the show. Everybody get up and let's see how you like this week's song and dance. You're going to dance along and sing along with all of us at home.
Hello, hello, boys and girls. Welcome back to the show, where English becomes fun in every way you know. Look around the classroom, what do you see? Use your eyes, explore with me. A clock on the wall, ticking away. It helps us tell time every day. Tables and chairs, here and there. Sit down, stand up, everywhere. Books and pens, ready to write. Learning is fun, it feels so right. Tables and chairs, here and there. Sit down, stand up, everywhere. Books and pens, ready to write. Learning is fun, it feels so right. This is a red book, can you say? Show me your pen, let's display. This is a blue pen, together we chant in our colorful learning plant. Let's play a game, I'll ask and you say, what's this, what's that? Let's learn today. What do you see around in school? A globe, a map, a learning tool. Let's play a game, I'll ask and you say, what's this, what's
Hello, my name is Yaran. I'm 9 years old. I live in April. Hi guys, I'm me. I'm 5 years old. I'm for Erbil. Bye. Hello guys, my name is Yasser. I'm 9 years old. I'm from Pirman. Bye bye guys. Morning guys, my name is Varun. I'm from Pirman. I'm 6 years old. I'm gonna be 7. I love you so much. Bye. Hello, my name is Isaac. I am 8 years old and I am from Howling.
So now we've come to the end of today's episode. You can send in any recommendations or pictures or videos here on all of our social media. And I look forward to seeing you in next week's show. But for now, goodbye.
Our universe in PelestanK is all about learning. So let's explore the
First episode of our brand new show for PelestanK TV.
Good morning, and we want them to learn how to say good morning.
Yay! Music, movies,
A lot of
anime.
motivation, especially from the teachers.
Our skills will grow each day and we will leave our fears.
Hello. Hi. What's your name?
Introduce me saying this.
We can do every smile on our face. Your journey here starts with PelestanK. Yay! From beginning to advance, we'll grow and learn each day. PEC will take us there with care and show us the way. Learn with PEC and let the